Collision at New York's JFK airport. Two jets full of passengers. The wing on one jet slicing through the rudder of the other jet. Here's the JetBlue plane. The giant rudder mangled and ripped up. The arriving Air India jet that hit it, now with part of its right wing, the very tip sheared off and sticking up in the air there. With the number of these tarmac collisions mounting, more than a half dozen in just the last 2 years, we asked tonight, how does this keep happening, putting so many passengers at risk? We lead off tonight with ABC's Gio Benitez.
It was an early morning scare, 6:15 a.m. This JetBlue Airbus was preparing for departure, 150 passengers on board, when this Air India Boeing 777 was taxiing into the terminal. That's when things went wrong. See the Air India plane's wingtip? The FAA tells us it hit the JetBlue plane's tail. Just look at the damage.
It felt like a speed breaker, like the plane has gone over a speed breaker, and I was momentarily surprised.
Nobody was hurt. It might seem like the aviation equivalent of a fender bender, but just how common are these kinds of taxiway accidents? Maybe the most famous incident was just 2 years ago when an Air France Airbus A380 violently struck a Delta commuter jet. And last May, a Taiwanese cargo 747 hit an American Airlines jet at Chicago's O'Hare. In fact, there have been 7 similar incidents in the past 2 years here in the U.S. While we haven't seen a deadly plane crash in 4 years, experts are increasingly worried about accidents right here on the tarmac.
The nightmare element of this is the idea that we might have a collision on the ground that would split open a fuel tank and create a fire before we could get everybody safely out of the way.
ABC News aviation analyst John Nance says more and more airports are crowded by smaller planes.
Some of the bigger airplanes think that they're clear, the crews think they're clear, and the little aircraft gets in the way.
And tonight there's no word on exactly what caused this morning's accident, but we're told the FAA is still investigating. Clearly, David, not something the FAA wants to see happen again.